me out. They kicked me out.
Why? What happened?
I don't know. They stab on my back. They put knife on my back.
Who
They
voted
keep
for you?
on.
Do you know who voted for
All
you?
of them. All of them.
All of
No,
every-
not in our tribe. Not in our tribe because they make another tribe. Actually, they make another tribe, and then in the it's group at divide into 3 group, and then I belong to Buji group, and then from it everyone voted me, and I feel so sad, and it's okay.
I'm sorry, but aren't you excited you're here?
Yes, I'm excited. We're running to the next level.
Okay, sorry to cut you guys short, but we're gonna have to go into the game.
Velocity and Tumanji
still here.
getting your first look at the new Buji tribe. Greta has been voted out last tribal.
Greta. Yep.
So we're gonna go to our next immunity challenge, and this time, we will be giving immunity to 3 tribes, but it will be individual immunity.
We've moved on to individual immunity.
So this is how it's gonna go. All right. So on my go, this cup right here, you lift your elbows and pick it up with your elbows.
What the heck?
Over here
What?
and try lift it up as long as you can. Your arms have to be suspended. You cannot touch the back of your head. If by any point the cup falls or your arms tire, you're out of the challenge. You can touch your neck.
Just can't intertwine them in the back.
Yeah, you can intertwine them. There's no support. There has to be no support.
Oh.
But your hands could not touch. Did not touch each other.
Okay.
One person from each tribe will win individual immunity. All tribes will go to tribal council. So we have to take that into account before this challenge because this is going to be a tough challenge. Zoomvivor's ready and go. Alright. This challenge seems pretty simple, but after a minute or two,
Mine fell already.
and just like that, Jumed falls. Jumed
Love you,
falls
Jumed.
down. Again, Nikki, your hands touched. You're out of the challenge. Deb, you cannot support you cannot use your neck to support. You cannot touch.
Well, I
in front
asked
of
you.
your-
I thought you said yes.
No, I said like you can't
Okay.
put your arms behind your head. So Deb's out of the
Yeah.
challenge. Nikki's out of the
Okay.
challenge. In a minute or two, your arms are gonna tire.
A minute or two. What about now?
Okay. Your arms are gonna tire. Lightis, loss of concentration will cause that cup to fall. It's either that or you'll get too tired. Your elbows. Okay. Seems like everyone's still solid. Alright, Jared's out. Jared's out of the challenge. Alright, everyone's still looking very solid. Karen's very solid with her cat over there.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Alright, Ellis is out of the challenge. Nikki, you're already out of the challenge.
Ouch. Yes.
No one's touching their hands.
Guys, hang in there. Good luck.
Come on, y'all can do it.
Okay, first of all, you never said anything about hands not touching. You said you can't touch your neck and you have to be suspended in midair. My hands are suspended in midair and I didn't touch my neck.
But you touched your hands. I said.
Yeah, you never said anything about no touching hands.
Okay, so
And I'm still going.
I'm gonna ask the rest of the players if I mentioned anything about not touching hands.
Nada.
So Deb says yes.
You did.
Jared said yes. So far we're looking solid. Everyone's looking solid. On my cue,
Who else is still going?
the rest of the people need to put their elbows higher. All right.
Oh my god.
Michael,
I'm gonna count you down in 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3,
Go, Lauren.
4, 5.
Go guys. You can do it.
All right.
You got
Everyone's
this.
tired.
Emma.
Come on,
Everyone's-
everybody, you got
Go,
this.
Jen!
Everyone needs to be higher. The cups need to be higher. The elbows need to be higher.
Let's go,
You guys
Jen!
got
Let's
this.
go, Eman!
Okay. This challenge is still on.
Let's go, Lauren!
Everyone's looking very, very solid.
Never said anything about touching hands. No touching necks. And you can't cross your fingers behind your neck, but you never said anything about touching hands.
I just said, like Deborah just affirmed. Deborah just said.
I think he did. I'm confused.
Play the replay! Play the replay!
But your hands could not touch. Could not touch each other.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Everyone's
sir.
still-
Go,
everyone's still
Colin.
looking solid.
Go, Josh.
My guys, you got this.
Got this, guys. Come on, Team Buji, let's go!
So since everyone's looking very solid, we're gonna make things a little more interesting.
Oh, dear God.
Okay, on my count, your elbows need to be higher. It needs to be the same level as your shoulders.
What?
Alright? I'll count it
He's
down.
about to like spill his
5,
water all over himself.
4, 3, 2, put it higher.
Oh!
That's okay, Matt, because if it falls, it
Wow. That's a weird shot, Matt. That's all I have to say.
falls. Yes.
What I'm looking at here, bud. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at.
Matt, that angle is kinda.
Hazel, you need to be same level as your shoulders. Lauren, same level as the shoulders.
Matt!
Yes. Okay, Michael's giving
Michael's
up.
out.
Michael's out.
Oh, Michael.
Michael's out.
Hang in there, guys. You got
Emma,
this.
Emma is literally shaking over there. She's
Oh my
literally
gosh, you got
shaking.
this.
Eman, big
Emma is out of the challenge,
Aw.
which leaves Jen for Buji and Lauren. Jen and Lauren left for Buji. So,
And Matt.
all right, Sophia
Don't
is
get
out.
Oh,
Sophia
I'm
is
like-
out of the
I'm
challenge.
like super duper in this.
Matt is
Okay,
still in.
Justin is looking very solid.
Guys, you need to dig deep.
Same level as your shoulders. Needs to be up. Needs to be up.
Yeah.
Super
Lauren.
impressive, guys.
Lauren.
How do I prove this?
Justin is shaking.
Oh my gosh, Justin. Oh my
Justin has a lapse of concentration, but good save.
Standing up.
God. Wow.
Super
Right.
impressive.
Go,
Josh,
Lauren!
Josh is still in it.
I'm out.
Colin
I'm out.
is out.
Colin's out.
Out.
Right, we have Hazel and Josh for Ferocity.
And Matt.
Jumanji has 3.
All right, Justin, Karen, and Jamie for Tumanji, and Lauren and Jen for
Go,
Buji.
Jen! Go, Jen! You can do this!
If you go lower than that, I'll have to eliminate you from the challenge. All right, Jamie's out of the challenge.
Good job, Jamie.
Now
Go,
Justin,
Lauren.
Justin
Go,
and
Jen.
Karen. Justin is shaking. You can see his arm shaking over there. All right, if at any point your hands go lower than your shoulders, you're out of the challenge. Okay,
Jen.
everyone's still solid. Josh nearly
doing
missed, nearly slipped, but he's still in it. And
Lauren,
he's
higher.
very much in pain right now. All right, Lauren, I'm so sorry. That's twice now, so you're out of the challenge. With that, Jen
Jen
wins
won!
immunity
Jen, you
for
can let go
Buji.
now.
Jen, you can let go now.
Woo!
Congratulations, Jen.
Now left between.
Good try, Josh.
I'm like still.
Hey, hands and
Josh.
Matt.
Hazel wins immunity for
No, Matt's
Bukarasi.
No, Matt's
Matt's
still
still
in.
in. Matt's still in. Matt's still in.
Unless Matt gives up. I'm not yet done with my sentence. All right, Hazel and Matt still in it. Karen and Justin still in it.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Justin, it has to be the same level
There.
above your shoulders. Justin is really shaking. Karen is looking pretty solid. Hazel is struggling. You can see the struggles on his body language. Justin, one more warning. It has to be above your shoulders. If it goes any lower, you're out of the challenge. Justin, still shaking.
Oh my god!
Looks like he really needs this. But Karen, on the other hand, is really solid here. She's like relaxed. He's shaking so much.
Dude.
It looks like he really just wants it. He really wants this immunity. He might need this, but he's really shaking.
All right, Matt. Good try.
Well then, Tumanji.
The angle is hard, guys.
All right, Hetzel wins immunity for Bucarosity.
Way to go, Head!
Heads wins.
Way to go, Head!
Now we're left with Karen and Justin, who is shaking very hard right now. Oh, if you're lower, it means Justin is out. Karen wins immunity for Tumanji. Congratulations. Congratulations. Again, the winners of this immunity challenge are Jen from Buji, Karen from
Winning
Tumanji,
so much.
and Hez from Bucarosity. Means that they are safe from the vote. Everyone else is fair play. Good luck, everyone.
Whoever lasts longer is going to win this game.
This could be forever. Who is in your alliance?
Jen, Nikki, Eman, Jumat, Lauren.
You guys can talk.
I don't want to.
We're concentrating.
How low?
Greta.
Yeah, it's like
There we
that.
Yes.
go. Okay.
Greta, can I have this?
No, I will fight till the end.
Which person were you on the videos?
What?
On the alibi, the
The charmer.
charmer?
Yes. My goodness.
Greta, I need you to put your arms forward. Yeah, like
Naka-ano
that.
kasi naka-long sleeve kasi ako.
Mine have been good the whole time. Can I get some leverage?
Sorry, what?
If mine has been spot on the whole time, can I get a 5-second break? The purse wasn't in the right position. Greta, your arm's on fire.
This is like that. Look at. We're just the same.
And now that we've passed just 15 minutes, I'm gonna ask you guys to both put your cups down.
Oh, my God.
Rest for a little bit.
Good job, man. That was tough.
Ooh.
And I had to ask
Oh my
the question because, yeah,
Oh my God.
right here, right? Right here?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Ow, I'm hurting.
Me too.
I'm glad you're hurting too.
Oh
Oh,
goodness.
yeah. I am sore.
I'm not the type of physical person. I'm not really good. I'm not doing like exercising.
Oh, don't say that.
And you know what?
That makes me feel
You know
terrible
what?
because I am, and you almost beat me. So,
Oh my God, it's really hard.
great job.
Really pain.
You do that 15 minutes each day, you're gonna have some strong triceps, girl.
And since none of you gave up, we're both gonna give you a pass on this, and you both are going to the next duel with the next person. So you guys can stay here with each other, and you guys can talk about what happened. At least you have company now, Brandon.
Yeah, it's been very long.
Yes.
At least that's a way to go out. That'll be
That's
fun.
fun. Yeah.
Hey guys. Hey guys. So
Hey.
I received word that Jared has decided. I assume that he has talked to you about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So which means you will not go to tribal.
Sweet.
All right. So you have your free time now because you have you already had someone leave.
Everything I said has been honest, but like knowing that I was going to quit makes a big difference in all of this as well. It broke my heart to think of sending Justin home. It broke my heart to think about sending Jamie home. It broke my heart to think about sending Michael home. And it broke my heart to think about sending Sophia home. All of them, people that I've been working with, people that I've been talking to, especially Justin. Sorry for Karen, but Karen wasn't part of our original tribe, so I wouldn't have mind sending her home. And the reason why it would have broken my heart was that I'm a big believer in fairness. And I wish I didn't play, honestly, at all. But then when we made it to that swap tribal and Karen won immunity, which meant that either myself, and I could have been the one to go home, which is totally possible. But the idea of Justin going home, which is probably the most likely scenario from my perspective, I hated that. Like I wouldn't be able to live with that. And so the idea of us voting out Justin, or even us voting out Sophia or Jamie or anyone else at that point, and I could have just played it out and let them vote and just see if they would have voted me out. But even that I didn't want to do, because then that's me scheming, that's me making bonds, that's maybe people making alliances that they don't need to be making, knowing that I'm going to quit eventually. I hated that. Like I absolutely hated that. I didn't want to take a spot from somebody else. I already had that guilt on my heart. I already had that burden in me, and I didn't want that to happen anymore. I knew that at this tribal council, there was no justifiable way for me to go through with the tribal council to send somebody home and then quit the game. That was not going to be okay in my book. Again, with Romeo, not as big a deal. Probably would have gone home anyway without me. Brandon, not that big a deal. Same thing. But at that point, it was a big deal. It was something that I think would have been the wrong thing to do to go through with that tribal council.
Sorry. Once we got back from the immunity challenge, we were still thinking of who to vote out. Like thinking, who are we gonna be voting out? So we were just kind of waiting for Nikki to throw a name.
So we go in, and I knew we were going to have another tribal council. This is what, my third, my fourth, my 100th million tribal council. And I knew all three tribes were going to tribal council. So my mind's racking. It's not going to be me. So I'm just going to go with the majority rules.
I lost my internet connection for about 10 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
I finally got around to reading Jumed's message. So I respond to him, one name. Who's the one guy that's not here? Eman. Right? Like, what's the rule? You have to be always online. This is Zoomvivor. Internet connectivity, I know, is horrible in the Philippines, but too bad, so sad. That's the rule of the game.
Like, I was expecting her to pull off something like that, given her bombastic personality. Like, I expected her to do something like that.
We already know that she's gonna throw Eman's name just because she was cheering for Jen during the game, and Lauren and I were really pissed just because, you know, Eman's our alliance.
Like, stay online. But then his internet connection went out, and I'm like thinking to myself, okay, if this happens in the middle of a program or in the middle of a game, we're screwed. then we're gonna have to like vote for everyone else again. And he has been gone for so long. Like,
we were really annoyed, like super annoyed, because she really had no game. Like,
and then Lauren messaged me and I told her, Eman. And then Jen messaged me and I told her, Eman. Because, and then we talked about it like on screen hard. Like, he is not here, you guys.
And then when I messaged Emin, even though he's not on video, he was still responding to me on Messenger. And he said to me, is Nikki throwing me under the bus? And I'm like, kind of.
This can't happen in the middle of the game. This seems like the most logical step at this point of the game. Eman should go if his internet connection isn't even stable. So we can't have him disappearing on us, especially in the middle of an immunity challenge that is such a gamble.
Because I think she also thought she was a target for being one of the noisier people, and because the opportunity presented itself, so I don't really blame her for taking it and trying to make a move against Eman.
Whose side can I get on? Because I'm not making any moves here. Because I'm safe. I don't have to. I'm going to try to convince people that I'm on your side. That's why you're going to keep me around next time.
Girl, don't you ever try to drop my name as the prince, because if you are going to plot something against me, you surely gonna go.
So, coming into this tribal, I'm nervous because it's the first one I'm going to participate in.
Right after we lost the challenge, I did not waste any time at all. I talked to Matt, I talked to Hazel, and I asked him, you know what, Deb is a social threat. But she is good, very good. People love her, people can rely on her, she knows how to charm everyone.
I was talking to Ellis because I didn't want him to think he didn't have a chance. We were trying to figure out who we could pin it on, and I was talking to him because I wanted to make sure that he wasn't gonna try to throw my name out, but I also did feel bad because you could tell he was getting slightly emotional about the fact that he got screwed so hard with the tribe swap.
And I think at that point too, I was a little unsure about Matt and Colin specifically, but I was like, oh, but now we have this, at least in the main Jumanji, but I was like, now we're like really connected on this second tribe, so I felt more comfortable trying to like establish that relationship. And I think I spent most of that time trying to do that and using Ellis as a safe vote to just be like, prove myself as a loyal member, which doesn't work out, but that's kind of what that first swap was for me.
And so I was talking to him, trying to see if we could figure something out, and him and Hazel were having a conversation.
And I told Matt and Hazel that if you need someone that you can rely on in terms of communication, then I'm your guy. I can be loyal with you until the end. You can use me as a number. If you want to take me out during the merge, then that's fine with me. I just need to make it to the merge.
I'm sure Jumanji, we're just probably going to stick together because we've got good solid numbers, and I feel like it's just going to move on.
So I asked them, is there a chance that you can vote for Deb? And they said, yes, there is a huge chance that we can vote for Deb, but we need one more. So I asked Josh, and Josh is so... How can I explain this? He's so frigid. He doesn't reply much to my messages, so I felt that he's very loyal to Manji. So the only option that I have is to talk to Colin. I talked to him and I presented my arguments, and he said, who do we have? And I said, we have Matt and Hazel. And he said, okay, I'm going to speak to them about this.
As long as nobody gets any creative ideas, I think we should be okay. I feel pretty good about the alliance I'm working with right now. So I'm cautious, but I feel like we're gonna be all right.
So for me, that is the break that I need. That is the break that I need to survive. But I hope it will happen, because if not, then my journey is over.
Hello, Buji. Hi. How is everyone doing? Arms are
I'm
tired.
still mad at you.
Why are you mad at me? Why are you mad
Because
at me
that was
for?
a technicality. You never said anything about hand touching.
But again, I just asked like your fellow players if there was this thing mentioned.
You asked people from another tribe.
Yeah, because it's been mentioned.
No one in my tribe said anything, and only one person confirmed you.
Okay. The rest of the Buji tribe, can you confirm or deny what I said about not touching hands?
I can confirm it. That any kind of support is not allowed.
Any kind of this is not support.
Yeah. I just allowed Lauren to touch her nose because she was supposed to sneeze. But apart from that, nothing else is allowed. All right.
Okay, I'm over it.
All right. So speaking of Nikki, so let's start with you. So now that it has come to a situation like this, 4 of you are on original tribes initially, and then Jen won immunity, so you cannot vote her out. So what does this mean for you guys?
I mean, in general, even if Jen didn't win it, I don't think we would be able to vote her out anyway because she did good. And we already talked about it a while ago, and we're like, I'm sorry, Jen, we don't look at race. This is called Zoomvivor without borders for a reason. So that's like the last thing you have to worry about. But at the same time, everything else is like, okay, who do we vote for now? Because it's the original Tumanji team.
Okay. Lauren. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Like my arms are still pretty tired.
Yeah,
but I
it
got
was.
Survivor spirit on.
Yes, I agree. So at this point in the game where there are gonna be more players that are gonna be coming out, what do you think? What do you think is your game plan moving forward? Like, are you gonna just coast along with your original tribes, or?
I'm just gonna stick to the people who I gave my word with. There's a plan, and I'm gonna stick to that plan. No one goes to tribal council without a plan, right?
Yes, unless that plan's destroyed by someone else's move.
Yeah, I am just hoping that I was told the right one.
All right. Eman, you were left out in the room for quite a bit because of a small technical difficulty. Are you afraid that they might have been talking about you, like getting you out while you were gone?
Well, that's a possibility actually. It could be a disadvantage on my part because in the next challenges they might see it as a disadvantage that at any point in the game I might disconnect from the game. So it's a possibility, but I'm still hoping that it won't be me going home.
All right.
Well, we did say we're voting alphabetically, remember?
Hey, in all fairness, his name is Ram, so.
Right.
But backwards alphabetically then.
Okay. Jumed, what should you remember when we go to vote?
You should really stand for you should really stand for what you have promised your tribe mates. So, well, I wouldn't want to blame Eman because you all know that the internet infrastructure or the telecom infrastructure in the Philippines is really bad. So I wouldn't really blame it on him, but yeah, you sometimes really can't afford to miss important moments such as the pre tribal council, because that's when the actual vote would be decided, not during the actual tribal council.
Alright. And with that being said, you cannot vote for Jen. She has immunity. The rest of you guys are fair play. And on that note, it is time to vote.
Finally, some peace and quiet in the camp.
You were very sweet, and I'm sorry to see you go. Bye.
Sorry, Emin, but you were gone for quite a bit, and we just can't have that, especially during Zoomvivor, because during the middle of a challenge and this happens, that's a sure loss for all of us, and we could go home because of it. So,
Alright. I have the votes now. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'm gonna count you down. 10,
9,
5, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person with the highest votes will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. Alright. I will read the votes. First vote. Emma. Next vote. Nikki. 1 vote Emma, 1 vote Nikki. Nikki. That's 2 votes Nikki. Fourth person eliminated from Zoomvivor No Borders. Nikki.
Oh,
That's 3. That is enough.
guys,
And last
that
one.
was whoa. Okay, no, I get it. It's cool because I fucked up with the stupid glass.
Good game, Nikki.
Good game, Nikki.
Good game, guys.
Bye. Alright. I would ask you guys,
Let's
ask
catch
you,
up.
Nikki, to
Let's catch up soon.
leave the Zoom call because the tribe has spoken.
Bye. Good luck, everyone.
Bye, Nikki.
How do you?
Bye,
how-
Nikki.
Do I leave the meeting? Or
Yes, leave
Oh,
meeting.
Okay.
There you go. Now that we're down, I guess this tribe is gonna get a lot more quieter. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, exactly. Now we did go up to Pittsburgh.
Oh no! James is here.
Hi, everyone.
James, there you are.
I'm so sorry because I just got through 2 tribal councils.
We're the last.
You are the last people.
Oh.
Okay.
Always the short straw.
Always.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to you guys first before we go to vote, but I will be sending the parchment that you will be using to vote on your tribe, in your tribe group on Messenger. So you just have to save that.
Say that again, James. What?
So I'm sending in a parchment for your votes. So what's gonna happen is once it's uploaded, you have to download it, and when it is time to vote, you will all be muted, and you will be sending a handwritten vote on the parchment to myself, and then send a voice recording on Messenger on why you're gonna vote that person. Everyone will be muted, so no one will hear each other. Alright, everything crystal clear?
I don't know. I think.
You might have to talk us through it while it's.
Okay.
Oh, wait. So what do we do with that?
So I've just sent you guys the parchment. So what's gonna happen is you need to save that on your phone, and then when it is time to vote, you will need to you will need to send it to me with a handwritten scribble of the name that you want to vote.
Okay.
And then with that, a voice recording on why you're voting for that person. All right? Clear?
Yes.
But before we go into voting, I want to have a little chat, if that's okay.
Oh yeah.
Because I know you guys have been like, it's your first time meeting me, most of you.
Yes.
On Tribal, and it's Ellis's.
Yes.
It's not Ellis's. Is not not that super used. Not that normal. I mean, he's
This
not
is my
new.
third time.
Yeah, he's not new to Tribal, so he sees me a lot. I guess what I'm saying is, I think Ellis doesn't miss me as much as you guys.
Sorry, before we start, I'm having a hard time downloading that photo
Mm-hmm.
from the Messenger app. It's my turn to not know how to use technology. Does anybody know how to? I hit something that says save.
What phone do you have?
I have an iPhone.
If you just hard press on it, it should bring up the download. Like if you go to the photo,
And you can just screenshot it if you can't save it.
yeah. So like what I did is I just like hard pressed and it
Okay, I got it.
Good.
Thank you.
And then it comes up as save photo, and you just hit save.
Beautiful, thank you.
And then if you to like write on it, you can just screenshot. If you screenshot the photo, it will give you the option just to scribble on it.
Okay, cool. And now I have 3 of them in my folder, so thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So now that we're on Tribal, I want to ask you guys a few things. Deb.
Yes.
It's your first time in Tribal.
It is.
Along with 4 other people, and Ellis's third time. Do you think that could play into account? Do you think at this point in the game, are players wanting to still stay strong to their original tribes?
Well, I love Ellis. Don't get me wrong. I love Ellis. And he's made some commitments that are pretty strong, as in, he said he would stick with us to the end. But yeah, I've been with these guys for a while now, and we've developed some good bonds. I don't know,
Yeah, that's right. All right. Matt, you were so close to winning.
I'm sorry. I'll just wake up my brother.
All right. No problem.
Okay.
Once again.
Yes,
Right.
James, I did lose that. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So Heads, how does it feel to have immunity at this point in the game?
It actually feels great to actually win the immunity challenge, and I really try to push hard as I can, and I can't lift my arms now, but yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Okay. So Colin, this since the numbers are dwindling, I'm sure most of you people have been talking about a certain merge happening soon, or another thing that's gonna mess up all of your games. So, do you think your tribe is prepared for what will happen next?
I have no idea what that will be. If there's going to be I could see it going back to 2 tribes. I could see it after this going to 1 tribe. I don't know. I think, the connections, luckily, I think what's been beneficial is most of the people I've been with so far, we've gone to tribal, so we had more time to kind of bond rather than come at each other's throats. So I think we're pretty equipped to handle a merge or another twist situation if we're together.
All right. Ellis. Hi. What should the tribe remember once they go to vote?
What the tribe should remember. Oh my god.
Oh.
What the tribe should remember in voting is that when we get to merge, and if you need someone to be your eyes and ears, and if you need someone who wants to be who who you can count on, who can be your number once we hit the merge, and then definitely you can keep me and I can work my ass off for this tribe. And I'm telling you that I don't normally say this whenever I play, but I'm telling you, I'm going to do it. I'm so 100% or more, if possible, to do it. Not just for me, but for this tribe. That is what I want to say.
All right. Josh, what do you think about that and what Ellis is proposing?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I recognize that Ellis is in the lower number and that he comes from a different tribe with different relationships, and I think there is value in that. So I understand what he's saying, and I hear him.
Okay. All right. Once again, I'm just gonna remind you guys that Hez has immunity. We cannot vote for Hez. Everyone else is fair play. And on that note, it is time to vote.
Sorry, but I just need to survive.
I voted Ellis just because he was not part of our original alliance. I love you, Ellis.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'm gonna count you down 10 seconds. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person with the highest votes will be asked to leave the tribal carousel area immediately. I will read the votes. First vote, Deb. Second vote, Ellis. That's one vote Ellis, one vote Deb. 2 votes Ellis. 3 votes Ellis, 1 vote Deb. 6th person voted out of Zoomvivor, no borders. Ellis. Ellis, that's 4. That is enough. Any final words for your tribe?
I'm the easy vote, that's it.
All right. Thank you so much for playing.
Hey Ellis, do you wanna talk about your charity again for 1 second?
All right. So Ellis has already turned off his video, and I'm gonna ask Ellis to leave the Zoom call.
Hi Ellis.
Alright, so now that we've proven that this is a tribe strong, let's see if it's gonna be the same the next few tribes.
You're literally begging for people not to vote for you, and you're presenting them some logical arguments, and at the end of the day, even before the voting, you strongly felt that you are not being heard.
We all made a deal, every single one of them, with the exception of Eman. And then I can't say a bad word. Am I allowed to say a bad word? Am I allowed to say
You can, you can.
Those bitches got me. Like, that was the shenanigans.
expect to see that survived the duel so far?
God, I feel na ang nandun sa deep web ngayon ay Afam. I feel na si Brandon yung nandun pa hanggang ngayon.
Greta.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna bring them back right now.
Okay.
So don't be too surprised.